Hey y'all, we're gonna talk about Bruno today. Who's Bruno? Bruno is that family secret, don't wear leggings in front of Uncle Steve, but then again, you still invite him around, but you'll pretty much evict John and Dan from the barbecue because of their lifestyle, but you will keep a child diddler in your midst. I remember one church banned children so that they could keep their pedo pastor. So in this video, what we see here is we're seeing a regretful parent, a woman who did not want to be a parent in the first place. First, he puts a camera in her face. I mean, like he's some influencer. And here's where we started off.
Camera out my
No,
face.
I said let them know what you said.
This is not for everybody.
No, everybody need to know. Come on, man, you a parent.
Everybody doesn't need to know, and so what if she's a parent? Everybody doesn't need to know.
You know what I'm saying? Yes,
I
I
don't want
know.
our kid no more. I'm sorry.
What?
You don't be here. You don't be here taking care of her. You don't be going through all the stressful stuff that I be going through.
Sure.
I want to go out. I want to go to the club. I want to travel. I want to be able to get up at 2 a.m. and go hang with my friends if I want to do it. You don't be nowhere to be found.
Okay, so this is pretty much there was something about women who were pretty much initiating divorces, and this is the biggest reason why heterosexual men are being divorced at a higher rate now, because it constantly is a division of labor, especially in heterosexual unions. The biggest issue that I have with this is one, that the first thing that he says is you're a parent. A woman does not cease to be a person because she's a parent. That's one role that she has. That is the role that we put on a pedestal as a society, and we think that somehow, because she has this role, that it's something sainted. It is not. It is not sainted. It is not sainted. It is not something that is this glorious thing. It's a role. Moving on, and she also says that he's never there. He's never there.
What? I'm working. What are you talking about?
Doing what?
Then you sound real selfish like that. See?
Telling her that she sounds selfish because she wants to live her own life is gaslighting to me, because what's he doing? Working. Doing what? He really can't say much of anything. And not only that, but she wants to be able to live her life. She wants to be able to do things that she wants to do. And she's stuck in motherhood right now. Let's go.
And that you sound
I'm
real
alone.
selfish.
You're supposed to be her father, and I'm alone.
I am her father, and I am here
So
with
where
her.
you be at? Because you might as well be a absent baby daddy, and I might as well put you on child support.
Oh, my.
Okay, so pretty much again, absentee father, may as well put him on child support because he's not really there. So again, this is the thing that that we see with a lot of women, that unfortunately is the biggest reason why they're divorcing, because a lot of times men will go and have their babies and stuff like that, and well, they won't have the baby because of course they can't birth them themselves. But the issue is that the division of labor is really messed up because most of the child care falls to her.
Where the baby at right now?
How does he not know where his baby is when he's being so concerned about her, being so concerned about the child, but he doesn't know where this child is?
With your mother.
With my mother.
Yeah, because you want to see her.
But you told me she was going to be here with you.
Why would she be here with me when I don't want her?
And that's the thing. See, this is the issue. Everybody's talking about all these men out here will say, "Oh, motherhood. All women want kids." No, they do not. And the only reason that you believe they want kids is because you want them. You project yourself onto these women when they can have fuck all to do with a kid, and they probably avoid a kid like most people would avoid a dog walking up the street.
Oh my God, you sound real selfish, man.
Now he's calling her selfish. He's calling her selfish, but he's not putting in his part. He's not doing his part.
Like, I don't even understand how we even going through this right now.
Because you don't be here. I gotta sit there and bathe your child every night. I gotta.
But that's what you're supposed to do.
I gotta sit here and listen to your child cry about her father not being here every night. I gotta put her to sleep. I gotta sit here and take her to the doctor because she's sick. I gotta sit here and take her in and out the store with a big RC. Her RC almost as big as me.
Okay, and apparently he doesn't even know that. He knows nothing. This is why I hate when guys will sit there and just beg for a child, and then when the child is finally here, nothing. Straight men are trash.
They're heavy. You don't be nowhere. I gotta sit her in and out the store. I gotta sit there and get her hair done. Daycare expenses. You barely help with that. You don't help with no bills in this house. You living on Section 8. What are you?
Okay, living on Section 8. He's living on Section 8, and he talk about he working all the time. How are you? Okay, I know the hustle, I know the struggle, but you're supposed to be sitting there. You're supposed to be her father, sitting there putting the camera up in this woman's face. Your girlfriend, I presume, or your baby mama, but it sounds like they at least live apart. Sounds like they live apart or whatever. But either way, like, you're putting a camera in her face talking about she's selfish because she doesn't want the kid anymore, and you have been doing fuck all to raise her.
What are you here for? I don't want to do this alone. You wanted this kid. You sat there on your knees, crying, begging, screaming out, saying that you wanted to keep your kid.
Oh, and then of course I'm pretty sure that he needed to edit out the part where he was sitting there snotting, ugly crying, slinging snot like he was in church. I want a kid. Men will do that until men actually have to birth children. Dang, why does this always look weird? Until they actually have to birth kids, I'm moving on.
Yes, I want to keep
I
it.
want this kid.
Okay, you waited 2 years. You waited 2 years, and now you want to give it up?
No, I just wanted to give it up. What you forgot
But
here?
you didn't.
Okay, because you said you were going to be here.
Oh, all right. And
Because you said you were going to be here and you're not. She trusted him when he said he was going to be there, and he wasn't.
I'm here. So why we going
Yeah,
through
I
this?
know, because you're not here when it counts. You're not here when it counts. So I don't want her. So you can either go pick her up from your mother's house, or she'll be at the fire station next week, and
You're
I'll
not
be in
taking-
Miami somewhere.
Oh, in Miami. So that's more.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
more
not
important.
like, I don't want no kid.
This is why I really hate. This is regretful parents, or I regret having kids. It's filled with a lot of stories like this, especially from young women who gave in to their husbands or partners' desire to have a kid, and here they are. Probably not as brutal as this because it's anonymous, but she's only verbalizing things that are way more common than people think.
You know.
You wanted this kid. You said you was going to be here, you was going to be the father, and you was going to take care of what you need
And
to
that's
take
what
care
I'm
of.
doing.
No, you're not.
Look, y'all see her? Y'all see this right now?
You
Y'all see how she's sounding right now?
Look at what he's focusing on. He's focusing on the fact that she doesn't want her kid, which she didn't even want to do. But he's not focusing on the fact that he's an absentee dad. He's a Disneyland dad.
2 hours a week.
Do y'all witness this right here?
Okay.
Oh my God.
2 hours a week, and all he can think about is, look at the selfish. That's all he can think about is, look at the selfish woman.
God, you
No,
sound
I
so
can't sit here and
pathetic.
agree with
You
you.
sound so
You're an
pathetic.
absent father.
You sound.
Exactly. I hope he gets, like, if this was on TikTok, I hope he got roasted in the comments. I want to find, you know what? My boyfriend loves him some TikTok, and he will probably, like, cackle when he hears this, because I'm going to show it to him. I will install TikTok to find this video and roast his ass. He's sitting over here.
Sound so pathetic right now. You know what I mean? You doing the essential things that a mother's supposed to.
Okay, what is the father supposed to do?
What
Sit
you
there
mean?
and
I go work.
I go work. I go work. I go work. I go work. Section 8 paying for everything in their house. What are you here for?
The father go work, provide for the family, protect the family.
This is... Who is this guy? Let me tell you something. Ladies, do not fall for this bullshit. They're always going to leave you with the kid. They're always going to leave you when it matters the most, when the kid... This right here...
Because I pay for daycare. Your mother picks her up when I have to go to work.
Okay, it's a team, man. It's a family. It's a team effort. If I gotta handle some business,
I forgot that she said that. You're a bench warmer, and that's pretty much what he is. He's just an ass on a seat. He's just an ass on a seat. Like, you know what? If he really wanted a kid so bad, he should have just adopted.
Now I'm a bench woman.
Yes, because when your mother has to pick up our daughter, when I can't pick up your daughter, why can't we call you? Why we gotta call everybody in the family?
Because I'm working late. I'm working late. That's not even
24 hours a day.
Okay, this is another thing though. Having worked in a school, I never had. If I either called the mom, the grandma, or the granddad, I never called the dad. I rarely called the dad unless it was like the first person on the thing. Like usually if the dad was listed, I would call him. But most of the times I'd call the mom first because the mom is usually the one that deals with everything. I rarely ever had to deal with dads unless it was just to come and pick them up. And that's a shame. Like, dudes, y'all sitting over here talking about a legacy, and this is y'all legacy? Raising trash ass people just the way y'all were raised, with all of the privilege, but none of the hard work, none of the work ethic. And then here we are all these years later, 50 years later, when we're supposed to be, and I mean, I say 50 years later, but I really mean all these generations later, when we're supposed to be more mature emotionally and all that, and y'all still acting like little ass 5-year-olds when it comes to parenting. Like, all you're supposed to do is provide. That is basic bitch sent dad ship. That is basic bitch dad right there. If all you think you're supposed to do is provide, that's basic bitch dad right there. I said what I said.
I do. But listen, but that don't mean for you to want to give up a child.
Oh God, he sounds like a snake oil salesman right here, because he's doing everything but talking about the fact that he is not pulling his weight. I had to have a conversation with somebody when I wasn't pulling my weight, when I was neglectful of certain responsibilities, and guess what? I got my head out of my ass and I actually repaired the relationship. That's what you do. That's what you do. You repair the relationship with action. You just don't say, oh, you're just selfish. You repair the relationship with action. You put forth a plan and then you execute it and then you go for it. Like, the first thing I would do is I would send her out of the room and be like, dude, you need to sit down and we need to talk about everything that she said. And if you're not willing to examine yourself and actually fix this, you're going to be a single dad. And she's going to be out in Miami somewhere, and you're going to miss her. She didn't want this. You wanted this. It was she did this for you. And here you are putting a camera in her face telling her that she's selfish and she's awful when she didn't want to do this in the first place? Like, who are you? This is so many men out here. So many men out here do this. And then they wonder why people on Father's Day be like, oh, happy Father's Day to the real fathers, because you're just a bench warmer getting the biggest piece of chicken, but when was the last time you swept or changed a diaper? I've changed more diapers and I don't even have kids. I've changed more diapers than most fathers and I don't even have a kid.
That's crazy.
If this goes viral, I'm going to probably laugh at it, but if it don't, I don't care.
You're not putting your child outside of all my rights right now.
Believe that.
See, anytime I see the regretful parents thing, I'm like, divorce and sign your rights away. You know, and if the kid comes to you later, you know what, as an older, you know, whatever, as an adult, okay, yeah, then you just say, this is what it was. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is why I did what I did. I didn't want to have a kid. He pretty much coerced me. Reproductive coercion is something that people don't talk about a whole lot. Reproductive coercion is something that is dastardly and disastrous, because, you know, there are people who will sit there and say, if you have an abortion, we're disowning you and kicking you out. So pretty much I would rather be disowned and kicked out and not having another mouth to feed than in the same toxic situation with another mouth to feed. I'm thankful I'm gay.
Wow. And you think that's cute?
I don't think it's cute, but I didn't want her. You did. So take care of her.
Oh my God. That like, I don't understand why I even came in this situation with you. Anyway.
I don't either. Nobody told you to sit there and beg your knees to have a kid with me.
Oh, so I begged on my knees.
Yes, you did.
Oh.
I wonder what that cut was.
How you trying to play? But you that don't change the fact that
when I was in the living room, because I feel like your mother was there.
Wait. Okay, hold up. Oh God. You know what? I reacted to this one time before, and this is my second recording of this, but oh my gosh, it is even worse the second time around. Why did I do this to myself? I guess I'm a glutton for punishment on some of this stuff. He wasn't even in the delivery room. He wasn't even, you know, I wanted to be there for my niece, but I was on my way to Albany, and she just slipped, like, she was just like a cannonball out of a slip and slide, but, you know, and I wanted to be there because I never witnessed the miracle of birth, but I know all the horror with it. And you know what, child-free millennial, shout out Marcella, she did a video where she reacted to a TikTok of a nurse doing a C-section. I'm a C-section baby. I called my mom and I said, Mom, I love you and I'm sorry. It is a major surgery. I don't know if she had a C-section or whatever, but oh God, like this guy, he wanted this kid and he wasn't even in the delivery room with her. Like that is where she is at her most vulnerable. That is where she needs. I wish men could get pregnant. Then again, me being gay would be still, it would be moot. But if dudes got pregnant, I'm pretty sure that they would definitely like, I would have my tubes eat it right away, yo. Oh man. Let's get through this. There's only 20 seconds left, but I've been on a tangent because I'm just pissed at this.
That day I had to go put somebody. But I came after the fact. I came. No, hold on. No,
yeah, get up out of there. Leave his ass.
You can pick her up from your mother's house, or she goes to the 5 6 and come next week, and all her stuff will be packed, and she will be sitting out there looking crazy.
And you can really breathe and live like that.
I don't really.
Yo. You little dudes out here that be messing with these DL cats, you can have them. Because this is the bullshit that you gonna get. It's just gonna be a different way. Oh, those are other lights. Okay, I'm like, wait, what's okay? This episode of this child-free guy has broke your boy. You know what? This is why they don't talk about Bruno. This is why we don't talk about Bruno. Because you get broke. You get broken. But I mean, you gotta repair. Before you can repair something, you gotta remember that, you gotta know that the ox is broken. Okay. Spirit of Colin Glenn. Okay. If y'all know Amazing Race Season 5, the best ever Amazing Race season. Anyway, yo, I never really talk like this, but oh God, this has been so raw and so rough and so crazy. This video is 4 minutes. I found it on a page that I do not want to shout out because he's ass and he's misogynistic, and I refuse to give that page any glory, but it doesn't have a TikTok logo down there, so of course, like, my boyfriend would have been pleased to see me make TikTok so that I could roast his ass in the comments, but I'm not going to belabor the point anymore. I love y'all. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I got to edit down the video. I don't know how far I'm going to do it because my rants are just whatever. But thank you so much for if you made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for joining me here, and I appreciate you. Have a good day.